I'm going to do the Friday dance. Yes, I miss Awake in the morning, but I did just have some of my Focus Energy. I used to put it in my shake, but I enjoy having it before my workout, so I just put a scoop of it with some water and just shake it up real quick. Sometimes I'll put it with like a juice or something like that, but usually it's just this much water, do it like a shot. Hey Val. I got Val and Valerie. I got both my ladies. So good morning, happy Friday. I was gonna go run today, hence the long sleeve shirt. And then I went outside and it's like 50 degrees and I'm not doing that to myself. I'd rather I'll run over the weekend when I can run later in the morning and it's not freezing. Because for me, when it's cold out, it's hard for me to breathe. It almost hurts my lungs, and it makes my run unenjoyable. So I'm not going to run, but I got a little sneak peek of another 20-minute sample workout, and I'm going to do that one today of the new program that I'm starting on Monday. But I spent some time this morning. I had to order some packets of my superfood shakes, some packets of the hydration drink that I drank, packets of the pre-workout that Alex uses, so then that we were ready for our cruise. It's in like 30 days or 20-something days. What's today's date? The 11th. We leave on the 8th. So yeah, less than a month. And we are going to Puerto Rico for our 5-year wedding anniversary, and we're going on a 7-day cruise that goes out of Puerto Rico. So I wanted to get everything that we needed, so that way I have it, I could put all of it in one big Ziploc bag, and that goes on my carry-on, because if they lose my luggage, at least I have my superfood. Everything else I could figure out, but it's not like I can buy my superfood when I'm over there, so it goes in my carry-on bag, in a Ziploc bag, all my packets. Usually I just put a scoop of the superfood with the scooper in here. I just put a scoop in different baggies, but I wanted to order packets anyways because I'm sending out some samples to you guys. So I ordered 1 box of vanilla for myself, so I can just grab a packet for each day, and it'll just be all in there in one bag. So the part that's going to be a little difficult for me is figuring out how to get some of my other stuff, like my Digest Health that I use, my Power Greens, and my other stuff. So I'm hoping that I can just bring the containers or use... See if I can show you guys the container that I use. I use these, which is made for baby formula, but this trip we're going for such a long time, I don't want to sit there and do the scoops, so I have to figure out what I can travel with because I don't want them taking it from me. So anyways, with that said, I wanted to talk about law of attraction. And yes, I'm such a planner. I have so many days out that I like to figure all this shit out, and I actually ordered a whole container of this, a whole container of the Focus Energy that I like, and a whole container of the greens that I like, so the containers will be sealed. So I should be able to put those in my suitcase and not have a problem, because they're going to be completely sealed the way that they're shipped to me. The only hard part is going to be bringing it home because they won't be sealed, so I'll have to figure that out. But at least going there, it'll be sealed and we'll be good to go. But anyways, so I wanted to talk about law of attraction. This is a book Alex and I started reading last night. We've got a lot of it, pretty much done. This is all that's left. And it's all about, it's the science of attracting more of what you want and less of what you don't. And it talked, we were reading it, and yes, it's hard to read one book with 2 people. So what we do is take turns reading it out loud. However, he read all of this last night while I was putting away my clothes, washing my face, brushing my teeth, getting ready for bed. He was doing a lot of the reading, so our reading would be done, and then we could spend time together. And it was all about the vibe, and the vibe that we put off. And you know how a lot of people say, put the positive out and you get the positive back. And half the time you're like, what the hell are you talking about? And they're like, put the positive out in the universe and you get the positive back. This is what they mean. The law of attraction, putting out the positive vibe, and then that vibe, whatever vibe you're putting out is the vibe that's going to be staying around you, and it's the vibe that's going to come back and bounce back at you. So that's what they mean when they say put the positive out and you get the positive back. So it was saying a lot of basically sometimes it's just changing the one negative word. If you're like, I can't open this banana. Tell yourself, I I can open this banana. It just might take me a little bit of time. 2, totally, it's just that one change. I can't open this banana. I can't afford this superfood shake. I can afford it. It's $4 a shake. It's the cheapest meal I'm ever going to have. It's just changing that mindset. I'm just grabbing things that are around me just to give the idea. You know, I can't live with so-and-so anymore. So it's changing the can'ts to can, the don'ts to do, the won'ts to will. It's just changing those words within your mind and sending out more of a positive vibe. Like, do you ever, either go somewhere, meet someone, and you're like, oh, I don't get a good vibe from them. I don't get a good vibe from this situation. I don't get a good vibe from this person's house. Thank you so much. So when you're getting that vibe, that's the negativity that they're putting off. So you want to make sure you're always exerting out that positive vibe. It's not easy to do. A lot of people are always like, how are you always so positive? That's one question I get a lot. I get a lot of questions with my fitness, a lot of questions with my nutrition, but one of the questions I get a lot is, how do you stay so positive? You've gone through so much stuff. You still go through a lot of things. How do you stay so positive? It's a decision. It's a decision that's made. Good morning, Jacqueline. It's a decision that is made. I decide to be positive. There are days I wake up and I don't have that positive mindset right away. I drink my 8 ounces of water. I check in with my groups because there's motivation and positivity in my groups. So I check into those to help my mindset. Then I do some reading. I don't read this book in the morning. This is our nighttime read. But I have my own books that I read in the morning. I have a bunch of books on my Kindle that I'm hoping on this cruise I can finish. I'm going to sit by the pool and do a lot of reading, a lot of diving into me. Hopefully, because we're going to have a lot of stops. We're doing the Southern Caribbean, so there's a lot of stops. But I have a lot of books that are like a third read, halfway read. Haven't even read them yet, but I downloaded them on my Kindle because right when I see them, I know it's a book I want to read. So I dive into as much positivity that I can. You know, I listen to Gary Vee, I listen to Mel Robbins, I listen to a lot of different podcasts because those are things I can do when I'm working, driving around in the car. The job that I do, I am out driving a lot of the day. So if I can continue that positive mindset, so I'll listen to a little bit and then I'll jam out to my music because my music gives me that positive vibes also. So it's a choice to be positive. Do you ever have days where, good morning, Diane, everything is going wrong? You wake up, you stub your toe, the kids won't get up, then they get up and they're cranky and they're fighting, and everything is going wrong and you're like, oh my God, I just want to go back to bed. I just want to go back to bed and start all over. That's because it's one negative thing after another, that's all that's coming to you because that's all that you're putting out. So a lot of times we got to change it. And this is something Alex and I are trying to work on together. It's something that I've been working on for years. You know, being in this coaching business, that's what started this for me. They talk very much about daily personal development and how important it is when you're trying to run this business is to keep that positive mindset. And I am so grateful to the company for pushing that. At the beginning, I didn't do it. And then I started doing it and I started feeling a change and then I started seeing a change and then my business just started growing and I wasn't doing anything different except that. I was still reaching out to people. I was still sharing my journey. And the only thing that changed was me working on me, and then everything just started to change. I was like, wow. I was very impressed. So things like that you don't think would make a big difference, like changing that one word, the won't to will, the don't to do, the can't to can. Changing that one thing will make the biggest difference that you could ever know. I can't read all of what you wrote, Jacqueline. I can only read the first little bit. For some reason, if I click see more, it won't let me. But I read a little bit of what you said, and a lot of things are totally out of our control. But our attitude is the one thing we have control of. So if you are so unhappy with your life right now, look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. Talk to yourself. Figure out what you can do to change your attitude. What you can do to make it a little bit better. We can't control other people. We can't control situations. Guys, I had skin cancer. I had to have a lumpectomy done. Like, I can't control those situations, but I can control my attitude in those situations. And I'm so proud of myself because the old Tanya that wasn't diving into books like this and wasn't diving into listening to different things would not have had such a great attitude in those situations. I would have had a pity party. I would have been negative. It would have been horrible. And it probably would have been a worse situation. But because my body was healthy and because my mind was healthy, well, sometimes it gets crazy, but because my mind was healthy, I was able to get through that situation in such a better way. Guys, it makes a big, big difference. It makes a big difference if you have your law of attraction set on a positive vibe track than if you're on a negative track. Because when bad things happen and you're already in that strong mindset of positivity and focus and just doing what you need to do, when you're on that track, I can promise you that you're going to get through it so much better, and it's going to be so much easier for you to get through that situation. So I'm going to leave you with that information. But today, it's Friday. It's the weekend. Enjoy. This is when everybody is the happiest. So take some time today, tomorrow, and Sunday. Everyone's the happiest on the weekend. You don't have to go to work. I'm always doing some sort of work. I'm always working because both my jobs are connecting and building relationships. So I'm either text messaging back and forth with some of my realtors or mortgage brokers that I work with, or my virtual fit club members, or people that I've been talking to that want to join my virtual fit club. So I'm always doing a little bit of work, even on the weekends. But my favorite thing is connecting with people. So I love what I do. So because I love what I do, it doesn't feel like work. I'm just talking to my friends in my mind. So I'm always doing a little bit of work. But if you can work on this weekend and today, changing some of those words around. If you find yourself saying, I can't do that, switch it to I can. I can and I will. I can and I will do that. I can and I will do this. Switch those things around and see what a difference it makes for you. So I want you to go out there. Slay today. Have a fantastic Friday. Have a wonderful weekend, because you guys know I don't go live on the weekends, but I do have posts on my page, but I just don't go live. And make sure you're following my crazy stories as well. But I want you guys to have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I will see you guys later. There will be a sneak peek of the sample workout that I do today. So make sure you check it out later on when I post it. But other than that, have a wonderful, wonderful day, guys. Bye.